look in the mirror, and you don't even recognize the woman staring back at you anymore. Her eyes are hollow, dark circles etched beneath them, like bruises from a life lived in survival mode. Her shoulders are slumped under a weight no human should carry, the kind of burden that makes every breath feel like lifting a boulder. She's been working 2 jobs, sometimes 3, praying at night, like a ritual of desperation, scraping together every penny just to stay afloat. And yet the debt grows, the stress never leaves the universe. Feel silent, you whisper to yourself. Why is this happening to me? Why can't I catch a break? But the truth you've been too exhausted to see is this: your brain has been hijacked. This isn't just exhaustion. It's not just bad luck. It's not a moral failing, it's biology. It's neuroscience. It's the slow, silent erosion of the very organ that was meant to connect you to abundance, the hippocampus. This small seahorse-shaped structure buried deep within your brain is the sacred bridge between you and the divine frequency of wealth, ease, and flow. But decades of relentless stress, sleepless nights, and the frantic slave wave that pulses through your brain every time you open an app or check your email have shrunk it, atrophied it, silenced it. The world has trained you to live in beta, the survival state, where your brain screams danger even when there is none. Your nervous system is stuck in fight or flight, scanning for threats that don't exist. Your cortisol levels are through the roof. Your digestion is a mess. Your sleep is fragmented. And worst of all, your hippocampus can't do its job. It can't remember abundance. It can't receive inspiration. It can't hear the language of wealth you're trying to manifest from a brain that's physically incapable of receiving what you're calling in. This isn't karma. This isn't divine punishment. This isn't some cosmic joke where the universe has decided you don't deserve peace. This is science. This is what happens when the organ designed to connect you to God is starved of oxygen by a world that profits from your struggle. The system doesn't want you to know this, because if you knew, you'd wake up, you'd reclaim your power, and the cycle of lack would break. Think about it. The system thrives when you're exhausted. It thrives when you're desperate. It thrives when you're stuck in beta, where you're too stressed to notice the opportunities right in front of you. The system doesn't want you vibrating in theta, the billionaire brain wave, where money moves toward you effortlessly, where intuition guides your decisions without second guessing, where stress doesn't exist because you're operating from a place of deep trust in the universe. The wealthy don't work harder, they vibrate higher. And the way to shift from beta to theta isn't through more affirmations or more hustle. It's through sound, precise frequencies that have been studied by researchers, by intelligence agencies, by mystics for decades. Frequencies that can regrow your hippocampus, frequencies that can unlock the state of divine flow. You've been kept in the dark, not because you're unworthy, but because the system benefits from your struggle. But now you're awake. Now you're ready to reclaim what was stolen from you, not through force of will, but through through the gentle restoration of the organ that was always meant to connect you to abundance. The deep reason you are going through this pain is specifically because of your shrunken hippocampus. That is the root cause. So if you want to start changing this reality today by simply regrowing this connection with a sound wave, then click the link in the description right now and change your life today, now, to understand how we truly heal this. Let me tell you something no one else will. For over 70 years, intelligence agencies like the CIA have studied the power of sound to alter human consciousness during the Cold War. They experimented with binaural beats and isochronic tones, frequencies designed to shift brain waves from beta to theta. Why? Because theta is the state of hypnagogic lucidity, the threshold between wakefulness and sleep, where miracles happen, where insights appear without effort, where the mind merges with the infinite. The poor live in beta, the wealthy operate in theta, and the only difference between them is the state of their brain waves. But here's what they don't tell you. You don't need a lab. You don't need a guru. You just need the right frequency, the one that whispers to your hippocampus, regrow, remember your purpose, connect to the source. And when you do something miraculous happens, the tightness in your chest begins to dissolve, the fog in your mind lifts. You start to notice money appearing in unexpected places. $20 in a coat pocket you forgot about, a random refund from a long ago subscription, a client who suddenly remembers they owe you for work you did months ago. Opportunities show up where there were none before. Your intuition sharpens like a blade. Suddenly you know which path to take, which person to trust, which risk to take. You no longer feel like you're fighting life. You feel like life is flowing to you. This isn't woo-woo, this is neuroscience. Your hippocampus is neuroplastic. It can regenerate. It can reopen the channel to divine abundance. And the way to do it isn't through more suffering, it's through sound, a 7-minute ritual that uses the exact frequencies your brain needs to shift from struggle to flow. You don't need to meditate for hours. You don't need to change your entire life. You just need to play this sound, let it work on your brain while you breathe, and watch as your reality begins to shift. Let me give you a real example. Sarah, a single mother of 2, was drowning in debt. She worked 60 hours a week at a retail job and a night shift at a diner. Every month, she barely made rent, and the thought of saving anything felt like a cruel joke. She tried affirmations. Money flows to me easily, but they felt hollow, like reciting scripture in a language she didn't understand. Then she found a frequency program designed to stimulate hippocampus growth. She played it for 7 minutes every morning before work. Within 3 weeks, she noticed small shifts, a $1.50 rebate on her phone bill. She'd forgotten about a coworker offering her extra hours at a higher rate, a tax return she hadn't expected. By month 3, she had enough saved to start an emergency fund. By month 6, she transitioned to a better paying job. None of this was luck, it was her brain shifting out of beta and into theta, where abundance isn't a fantasy, it's a natural state. Another example, Mark, a freelance graphic designer, was stuck in a cycle of feast and famine. He'd land a big project, make good money, then crash into a month of dry spells, where he'd scramble for work no matter how hard he hustled. The money always slipped through his fingers. Then he discovered the science of brainwave entrainment. He started using a specific frequency that stimulated his hippocampus and encouraged theta state intuition. Within weeks, his dry spells became a thing of the past. He started receiving unexpected inquiries, clients reaching out who weren't even on his radar. He began making decisions from a place of calm, not desperation. His income stabilized, his stress dissolved, and for the first time in years, he slept through the night. This isn't magic. This is biology in action. When your hippocampus is healthy and active, it acts as a receiver for divine inspiration. It allows you to see opportunities that were always there but invisible to you. In beta, it connects you to the frequency of wealth, the same frequency that wealthy people operate from without even realizing it. They don't think about money all the time. They don't stress about it. They're not chasing it. They're vibrating at a frequency where money finds them. But how do you shift into that frequency? How do you wake up your hippocampus and reclaim your birthright to abundance? The answer is sound. Sound is vibration. Vibration is energy. Energy is consciousness. And consciousness is everything. The ancient mystics knew this, whether through Gregorian chants, Tibetan singing bowls, or the resonant frequencies of a didgeridoo. Modern science has caught up. Studies at institutions like Harvard and Stanford have shown that specific sound frequencies can induce theta brain waves, reduce cortisol levels, and even stimulate neurogenesis, the growth of new neurons. One of the most powerful frequencies for this is 430 to Hz, known as the frequency of the universe. It's harmonically related to the Schumann resonance, the natural frequency of the Earth's electromagnetic field. When you listen to 430 to Hz music, your brain waves naturally shift toward theta. Another powerful frequency is 528 Hz, often called the DNA repair frequency, because it's been shown to help with cellular regeneration. When combined with binaural beats in the theta range for -7 Hz, these frequencies create a powerful synergy that literally rewires your brain for abundance. But here's the key: it's not just about listening to any sound. It's about listening to the right sound, the one that's been scientifically engineered to target your hippocampus, to stimulate its growth, to reopen the channel to divine flow. This isn't some generic meditation track. This is a precision tool designed based on decades of research into brainwave entrainment neuroscience and the mechanics of manifestation. When you play this sound, here's what happens. Your brain waves begin to slow down from the frenetic beta state into the calmer theta state. Your hippocampus, starved and shriveled from years of stress, starts to receive oxygen-rich blood, neurogenesis kicks in. New neurons begin to grow, repairing the damage of decades. Your cortisol levels drop, your serotonin and dopamine levels rise, your intuition sharpens. You start to feel abundance. Before it even arrives, you start to trust that the universe has your back. And because your brain is now operating from a place of trust instead of fear, your reality begins to shift. You stop attracting. Like you start attracting flow, you stop seeing obstacles. You start seeing opportunities. You stop feeling like a victim of circumstance. You start feeling like a sovereign creator of your reality. This isn't a quick fix, it's not a magic pill, it's a recalibration, a reset of your entire nervous system. It's the difference between living in survival mode and living in creation mode. It's the difference between struggling to manifest and effortlessly receiving. And the beautiful thing, you don't have to do anything else. You don't have to change your beliefs. You don't have to force yourself to think positive. You don't have to meditate for hours or chant mantras in Sanskrit. You just have to play this sound. Let it work on your brain while you breathe and trust the process. The sound wave is waiting for you. It's been waiting for you to wake up, to stop blaming yourself, to stop begging the universe, to start healing the organ that was always meant to receive its gifts. You deserve this ease. You deserve this peace. You deserve to wake up and feel light instead of heavy, to open your inbox and see unexpected deposits instead of overdue notices, to walk through life not as a victim of circumstance, but as a sovereign creator of your reality. The sound wave is waiting. It's not magic, it's science, it's your birthright. And it's only one click away. Click the link in the description now.